I know we said we were going to wait until the end of summer before we returned. However, today is
August 1st.
And it has been only
10 days
since we were last here.
Yeah. Yeah, we said we weren't going to come back probably until maybe September, mainly because it was been so hot here this summer, but the heat wave is broken and the weather has cooled down dramatically. But the real reason we came back so soon is because we have to be here to meet the waste management company to organize the next bulky pickup, something we thought we were going to...
we could do remotely, but we weren't able to.
Yeah, we thought they had... we thought they had said we could do it via email, send them pictures, but it turns out, no, they have to do it in person. So we're here to meet with them tomorrow morning on a Saturday, which is surprising, and they're going to take a look at everything we want picked up, and we'll just do the same process we did last time.
Yep.
Now, hopefully, they said they're going to try and also do the pickup while we're here, so turn it on quickly.
They've been really good.
They have been fantastic, yeah.
Tomorrow is paper and cardboard recycling.
Yes.
And we have in the small house, as we mentioned, and you saw last time, we got a huge portion of all the old documents, paperwork, and all of that sent to recycling last time. And so we're going to try and maybe finish that up this time.
Absolutely.
And then we also had a very productive evening yesterday, kind of unplanned,
right
a little bit of a surprise.
The gentleman who we've mentioned before used to work on the property and manage the property for the previous owners. He's been fantastic in helping us coordinate things, and he's been trying to get somebody for us that can mow the grasses down in the lower part of the land. There's a big flat area at the bottom by the creek. And been unsuccessful. One guy had a broken wheel on his tractor and didn't know when it was going to be fixed. And
the other gentleman has a tractor that can do it, but there's so many holes that have been dug by the wild boar that it's dangerous for him to use it on the property. However,
he then knew somebody who has a business and he has multiple excavators. He said, this is what you need first. So their proposal was he come out and take a look at the land and see what he could do with his equipment. So we met with them last night, all three of them. They were fantastic. We walked the whole property yesterday evening. Yeah. And what we're going to do, I think, is use him to come out and first regrade our dirt road and level it out a little bit, get it in better shape.
Huge. Ridge in the middle. Yeah,
and like one track is much lower than the other, so that's why the one gentleman didn't want to bring his tractor out, because it is a danger of tipping and things like that, a little treacherous. So we're planning on having him come out and re-level that lower road, and while he's at it, along one side of the road and between the road and the creek is a huge grove of bamboo, and we desperately want to get that out here. It's so invasive, and I think it's just been expanding over the years and growing. So he's able to actually help us remove it and dig out the roots with his excavator as he goes along. So I think that's what we're going to do. And
the other thing that we really, really love about our community is that it's very, very cat friendly, and there are many, many cats that are fed and cared for here in the community, but allowed to walk wild. And when we arrived yesterday, I found this little gentleman here sleeping in this perfect spot. He's nestled into the vines and the leaves, and it's in the shade. And I was so pleased to see him here again this morning. And just a few minutes ago, he was sleeping face down. I think
gone.
Oh, he's gone.
While we've been talking, he must have got up and left. So you might have seen him.
You might have seen him.
Well, we did see him.
Yeah, we did see.
He's usually sleeping right over there along the wall. But
that's funny.
Anyway, we'll catch him again.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have a lot to do. Should we get started?
Absolutely. Before it gets too warm.
All right. Let's do it.
Someday we'd like to convert the 2 rooms on the upper floor of this casetta into a guest house with a bedroom and bathroom. But in the meantime, we think this would be a great place to store the furniture and other items that we're keeping. This will ensure that they are out of harm's way while the renovations on the villa are being completed.
Yeah. Okay. We did leave the chairs in here. Okay.
However, the roof leaks in at least 2 places, and the vine growing on the backside of the casetta has somehow found its way inside. So we may need to make a few minor repairs first before storing anything of value in here. Now for the fun part. Before we can do anything, we first need to empty the casetta. And several of the cabinets inside are full of binders with receipts and other miscellaneous documents. And they are all between 30 and 50 years old.
What is it? No. Oh no.
So sorry.
These documents are all from an accounting business someone once had in another city, and at some point in the past, they were brought here to be stored.
Oh, Steve.
While none of these appear to be related to the villa or contain any sensitive information, we've learned to never assume anything.
Okay.
We never know where the next clue or interesting artifact will turn up. But some of these are just plain strange. Like these, 3 receipts dated 1991 from a Pizza Hut in France. The bigger question is, why would an Italian go to France and order a pizza from an American restaurant? This might be the biggest mystery we've uncovered so far. So we'll need to go through these page by page to make sure they're handled properly. And to add a layer of complexity to this task, we want to do everything possible to ensure that what can be recycled is. That means separating out the paper clips, removing envelopes with plastic windows, tearing the metal trim from the cardboard boxes, and making sure the carbon paper is not included with the regular paper, because it cannot be recycled.
I have 84.
All right. 84 was a good year.
This is likely the most tedious task so far, but somehow we still managed to have fun with it. Several items in this room will be included in this bulk pickup, including these 2 dining tables which are stacked on top of one another. Both are so damaged that they are simply not worth salvaging, and we both keep waiting for the one underneath to collapse as nearly all the legs are broken. And this seems to be a recurring theme with the contents of this villa. We are initially excited when discovering items, only to realize they are broken, missing pieces, or someone has attempted to make repairs to them but not done it properly. Our neighbors often use terms like, "it's sad," or "it's a sin" when they see the state these items are in. Fortunately, the vast majority of the furniture contained in the villa is in decent condition, but not these. The contents of the villa have been such a mystery to us. For instance, if the villa has truly been abandoned for 60 years, then how do you explain the furniture, appliances, and other items that are obviously much newer. And why did the kitchen look as though someone had just finished washing dishes and walked away? And what's with all the cardboard moving boxes? What we've learned is that someone did actually live in the villa more recently. It was during COVID when the elderly couple who had inherited the villa many years ago attempted to live here. Unfortunately, the husband was in poor health and passed away shortly thereafter. And his wife, unable to live in the villa alone, then moved out. But this explains a lot. Much of the more modern furniture, clothing, appliances, and other items were likely theirs and were brought here only 5 or 6 years ago. The truth is, many of these items have no connection to the villa whatsoever. They were brought here and then quickly abandoned.
No. Well done.
It does come apart.
Perfect. Wow.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No. You just see them all the time in this place.
Among other things, the villa is also full of books. And like so many of the other items we've discovered, they are of all different types and from different time periods. They also happen to be scattered throughout the villa, stacked on shelves and tucked away in dresser drawers.
Okay, I have to explore that more.
Okay. Later.
Work to do.
We're not exactly sure yet what we want to do with them all. Many are just children's books or technical references from the 20th century, but some are much older and may actually have some value. But before we can get these cabinets staged for the bulky pickup, we'll first need to remove all the books and consolidate them in a single place in the villa. It's hard not to get distracted as we come across some of the older items, and curiosity frequently gets the better of us.
Somebody was a voracious reader.
Yeah, they were.
This task would likely go much faster if we didn't continuously stop to flip through the pages of every book that struck us as even mildly interesting.
Yeah, I just looked at it, sure is. Little cart might be able- Telefunken?
A Telefunken.
Telefunken, it's got music
In volume, it looks
and
like.
volume. Oh, look, they're so old, they're coming apart. Wow. I don't know what year these might be. That means they've been here a long time.
Comes down to you.
I got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Fantastic.
Yep.
One more rung.
Okay.
Go down.
Four. Done. Nice work. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yep. Oh, this is fantastic.
Feel better. That's why I feel like I want to get that
Wow,
out of here too.
yeah,
Just
you
open it
really
up.
see this is huge. Got it.
Thing or just
You think you can leave it without working on? Is that up in the bedroom?
no idea. Tutankhamun. You still got a big piece of cobweb on your back. Let me get it for you. Come make it this way. It's on your right side. It wasn't there earlier, so it's a new one.
These are pretty old.
They are.
Is it there? This one's old.
Yeah, you can just tell by the shape of it. It's
Uh-huh.
probably.
This one's more modern, but wood. It's heavy. And
Yeah.
then this one's really cool.
Well, I think first thing is I think there's stuff on top.
Okay, let's get
Let's
that
figure out
off.
what's there, and then I think the next step will be just getting the doors off.
Yep.
This is going to be a lot to stick out. I am even slow this morning.
As am I.
We worked really hard, though, the last 2 days.
Yeah, we did. We actually got a lot done and feel really good about it. We were able to break down several of these, I don't know what you want to call them, armoire, shelving units, bookcases that were from probably the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And they're all just a press board. They're not nice.
They were heavy, though. They were bulky and
Awkward, very tall, really tall. So, but it felt good. We got them all broken down and they're all staged in one room upstairs, ready to be thrown out the window. Just like we did with the mattresses. So that should be fun. Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of getting things out of the house, I was able to stop by the pharmacia this morning, the pharmacy. I have found many old medications. And when I say old, I mean
old.
really old. I have one that expired in 1979. Expired in 1979.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I'm sure it's still good.
Yeah, well, I think those dates are really just kind of a guidance, just a suggestion, but,
I'll stick it in
that
our
doesn't mean
medicine
it's
cabinet.
bad. It's just,
So I didn't really know what to do with them. I just didn't want to throw them in the trash. I really don't know what kind of medications they are. So I was able to ask the pharmacist what I should do with them. And she was really friendly, very helpful. And so what I'm going to do is organize them all, put them in a bag and bring them up to her. And she'll actually dispose of them properly. So I feel good about that. Then something is not going into the landfill that it shouldn't.
okay, quick change of venue. We were out on the balcony and it was nice and cloudy out there. So it was nice and cool. But then the sun came out and
It was not beautiful.
yeah, it was a little scorching. So we moved inside to the kitchen.
As we've mentioned, neighbors continue to come by and express curiosity about the house because it's been closed for many years, as we've talked about. And as they've come by, we've started inviting them in and giving them a tour of the house because it's been closed for so long, nobody really knows what's inside. So far we've had 3 neighbors come in.
3 neighbors and a dog.
Oh, 3 neighbors and a dog.
Yeah,
she was really cute.
One of them brought her dog with her. But what we've learned is nobody in this town has ever been in this house. They have no idea what it looks like on the inside or anything.
No.
So
they're fascinated.
It's like an open house every day.
It is. They want to know, are there antiques inside?
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed having people come in. I love watching them look at the house.
Just like us, they're fascinated.
Yeah.
They look at things, and some of them, some of the older residents, they look at things and will say, yeah, we think this is probably from 1914. And they'll go, oh no, it's older.
It's older.
They know, no, this is older. They've been able to help explain some things that are maybe very typical Italian that we don't know. And so it's been helpful. But it's like watching people go through a very interesting museum.
It is.
And they're all fascinated. So it's been fun.
Yeah, hopefully we hear on the pickup and we can get that organized.
And I heard a ding on my phone while we were doing this. I wonder if there it is. And try to do it on Wednesday. That would be the morning we leave, so that would be perfect. We watch them take it and then head out.
We hope to watch them take it.
This time we're going to get it on video. Mark my words.
Even if we have to be here at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
The process of sorting, evaluating, and ultimately deciding what to do with all the items contained in this villa can be overwhelming. And Tammy knows better than anyone how this can lead to decision fatigue. What should we keep for ourselves? What should we give away to our friends and neighbors? Should we try to sell some of these items? And are some of them so damaged that they should just be thrown away? It's sometimes difficult to know what the correct answer is. She's done her best to research these items online, but every Google search takes her down yet another rabbit hole. And there really is no reason we need to make a decision on these items right now. So instead, we're just going to pack up the more interesting and potentially more valuable items and figure out what to do with them all later. There are blankets, sheets, and bedspreads scattered all throughout the villa. And like the books, we continue to consolidate them in one room as we come across them. We have really begun to identify the various types of items in the villa, and these fall into the category of linens, which means we now refer to this room as the linen room.
Today is likely to be the biggest day so far of this trip, at least. It's going to be the most strenuous for sure.
We've already worked hard this week.
We have. Today is the day we get it all out of the house and staged in the driveway.
Yes.
So we've already broken it all down. Everything's ready to go. It's just a matter of moving it now, which it's not going to be easy.
No.
Tammy is very tired and not looking forward to it this morning. We have some big items to get out of the casetta behind the house. So we have a sofa, two big living room armchairs, some office chairs. They have to come out and they have to go uphill up the driveway to the street. So those we're going to tackle first before it gets too hot out there.
And we have all this energy.
Well, I have energy apparently, and you have none. Then we're going to move inside the house, and then we're going to get everything that we've staged here out, and hopefully they'll come first thing in the morning, and then that's the end of our week.
Okay.
So
I'm excited.
You're not excited.
I'm ready to get going.
You're not, but that's okay. You'll get into it.
I'll get into it.
Just got to get in your groove.
Just gotta get in my groove.
Like the villa, the casetta has its own unique perfume. Upon entering, one is immediately confronted by the pungent smell of ammonia. In this case, gecko urine. Now, we don't know exactly how many geckos live in the casetta, but judging by how strong the smell is and how everything is literally covered in their feces, I would say it's about 1 million. So unfortunately, these upholstered items have suffered the same fate as those in the villa and just need to go. This is absolutely the heaviest sleeper sofa we have ever seen, and I wasn't exactly sure how we were going to move it all the way to the top of the driveway. It's much too heavy to carry, and using our furniture dollies wasn't even an option on this grass. But Tammy, as usual, has a brilliant idea. Let's just roll it. This will prove to be the toughest part of the entire day, and once we've conquered it, the rest goes pretty easily.
We got time, honey, to make this whatever we want. See the days running, stretching out just for us. Fill them all with our dreams. My try to come between me and you. But I know we'll make it through, 'cause they can't take away my love.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's riff.
Just riff? Oh, this always goes bad when we riff.
I can tell you that I'm very excited about where I'm standing. I've never stood in this spot before.
That's true. Neither one of us has. There used to be two giant tables here stacked on top of each other with a bunch of junk in between, and they are now gone. And the reason we can do this is because we did successfully have our second bulky trash pickup this morning, and this time got it on video.
Okay, this is one of those good news, bad news situations. The good news is that because of all the people stopping by yesterday afternoon to pick through this pile and taking the items they wanted, it's now only about half its original size. The bad news is we paid to have the full pile picked up. But we're not complaining. We're happy that some of these items found a new home and didn't end up in the landfill. Oh, and that's mattress number 21.